What is going on?
Hey, what's up, buddy?
Sorry,
What is going on?
late. That was my fault.
Oh man, it happens.
Things that I couldn't control, unfortunately.
It happens. I'm not punching a clock when I do this. So when we get on, we get on. That's just the way it goes. I mean, I'm not no disrespect, and I appreciate everybody's time, but you know, it when we get here some days, right? It happens.
Exactly.
We're not gonna not show up. So you know, there's that.
We're not gonna not show up. We just know we'll just be, if anything, we're just a tiny bit late.
That's right. I mean, we might just be a little bit late. So hey, what's going on, man? How you doing today? Anything new going on? I got some new shit going on, but
I've just been busy. I'm busy. So what do you got new going on?
Did you by chance check out Funko's second drop of their failure Funkoween?
I got a text message about it, but I was in the middle of heading to where I was going, so I couldn't do anything about it anyways.
So you didn't get involved in the failure Funkoween? I mean,
nope.
I think I've decided that Funko, the F in Funko stands for failure. That's what it stands for.
I don't doubt it, but
no, I'm being serious. I mean, if you
how bad was it this time?
Well, let me explain how bad it was. It was so bad that I believe that they now feed the bots. That I've come up with the conclusion that I'm glad they're feeding the bots, because if they're not feeding them, who's going to feed them? That somebody has to feed them. So it has to be Funko. The F in Funko stands for failure. And I just truly believe that they like drama.
That's very possible.
I'm truly on it. You know how they say that like no publicity is bad publicity? I'm convinced that they're starting to do this stuff on purpose. Let me tell you how bad it was. So I got on there at 2, right at 2, refreshed everything. Boom, I'm in the site. I got the sodas because I love sodas. I picked up a soda and I picked up a Homer. Now we're at like 2:01 checkout. I looked at the time and said, woo, that was fast, right? I'm waiting. You remember the SDCC where you got like in the wheel of death there for about 5-6 minutes. Waiting. And I started screen recording because I knew this was going to happen again. So I got a screen record note if anybody wants to see it. So here I go. I'm waiting. So about 5-6 minutes goes by. The page completely crashes and says you have to refresh. The page is no longer here. Please refresh. So you know what happens then? They kick you all the way out.
Yeah, they kick you completely out.
So then I said, look, no big deal. It's not a con. I'm not, been out of shape. I just went back into the site, put my stuff back in the cart, hit checkout, all sold out.
Of course.
All sold out. So then I said, because you know me, I immediately went to social media and started blasting it on Instagram because that's what I feel they need it. They want all of us to tell them how great of an experience we have. I'm just going to tell them when I have bad experiences. So I just started blasting at Funko, at failure is what I start blasting on there. And to my surprise, there is an army of people that all had the same problem I did. So are they going to tell us that there's no bots? I mean, are they see? So I already
that they are the bot.
I already see this tomorrow. They're going to come out on Twitter and be like, "All right, children, I know that y'all think that the bots won again, but there are no bots." You know who they remind me of? They remind me of a politician that's running for office right now, who constantly screams fake media. That's what it reminds me of. Instead of fake media, it's fake bots. They're like, it's fake bots, fake. It's all fake. You didn't. Oh man. All right. So look, I'm off that soapbox, but I blasted them for the past hour. I have put so many at Funko, original Funkos, that it's crazy. They're never going to reply to me because I'm just, look, that's how I know they'll never try and sponsor me, is because I'm not afraid to blast them. I mean, that's how I know that they will never, ever sponsor me, because they know that I will blast their ass.
Probably they bring all that stuff up later on.
Yeah, they'll be like, remember when? And they'll have like this list, 3-page list, right? They'll be like, well.
But anyways, we actually have a hell of a show coming up today because we've got 2 fantastic YouTubers in our community.
We really do have a hell of a show today.
These 2 guys are really making some waves and doing some great things within the community. And first up, we've got 2 people. We've got the popular opinion. We got Cody over there, the man with the green screen. And then we've also got later on coming up, we've got the Luau, another great YouTuber. So we've got some great people coming up, talk. And as of course, you know, a lot of times they always do their videos and talk about all the things they get in their boxes, but sometimes we all just want to know what's in their collection.
That, you know, I always want to know what's in people's collection. You know, what's funny is that you can almost like each collector has their different like preferences and what's in their collection. So it's kind of wild to see what's in other people's collection. I mean, it almost makes you, it gives you a little bit more insight of the person, right? Just a little bit more insight as to who that person is.
But so why don't we just jump right on into this? We've got our first guy sitting backstage. We've got the mohawk wearing, green screen using, master of the Wheel of Misfortune. I believe that's what his show is. Anyways, we've got Cody from Popular Opinion.
What's up? What's
up, buddy?
How's it going?
It's been a while. What's it been, a month or so since we've seen you?
I just got the mohawk back. I just literally left the barbershop.
Well, that's because you had to shave your head recently.
I had to shave my head in the live stream, and I was concerned because there's always that point in every man's life: is your hair going to grow back? What if this is the point? It doesn't grow back anymore.
I had a conversation with Wayne recently, because I always feel like Wayne uses so many products in that hair that, you know, how many products. It's almost like if he has a his and her sink in their bedroom, I think Wayne has more products on his side than she does.
Sorry. All right, hold on. Pause. All right. So, like I said yesterday, I've actually got a really good, and I'm going to say hairstylist. Look, I'm not even going to try and be like all manly about this. No, it's a hairstylist. It's a woman in a woman's salon, and she's really good at cutting my hair. So there's really not that much product in my hair. It just stays there really well.
You gotta look good. You gotta look good on camera. You gotta look good on camera.
I don't really care how I look on camera. I'm okay with that.
My wife has cut my hair for the past 12 years. So
I was about to say I got to look good for my wife.
I can't argue. But anyways, yeah, I know I had you on last for my my 500 subscriber giveaway. That was a lot of fun. That was quite interesting, and I appreciate you coming on for that one. But yeah, so I know you've amassed probably quite a bit of a collection over there. So how many pops are you going with right now? What are you thinking?
It's not even 100% updated, but I've been doing better. I'm not even in my pop room right now. It's a disaster right now, but I'm over 1,700. Last time I scanned everything in, but now some people, I know that's a lot, right?
How did you say?
1,700.
Oh,
yeah. I've been collecting for over 6 years. I've just been doing YouTube for the past year. But, you know, I've been buying mystery boxes for years and collecting for years. I wish I started earlier and had some of those 2011 pops. But, you know, I've been collecting a long time. And I have slowed down a lot. It might not sound believable, but I have slowed down a lot. I used to buy like everything, like whatever it was. If I knew it, I was buying it. But I have slowed down, but it's fun. You know, everybody collects something, right? I mean, that's the cool thing about Funko and everything. Everybody's into something. You know, I grew up, I was on comic books and, you know, G.I. Joes as a kid and stuff like that. And then it just kind of turned into gaming. And I didn't collect anything for years. And now I'm kind of back when Funko came out, and that kind of pulled me back in.
1,700 pops. Cody, are you married?
Yes.
I think my wife would divorce me. I mean, if I'm being honest, I think I'd get a divorce.
Yeah, we've been married 6 years, so I was kind of that first year getting into it.
How do you?
And you know, I got my own little room. I'm in an office now, but I got my own little pop room, and it's, you know, it's pretty organized to be so many, but it's insane. I know that's a lot.
What kind of shelves are you using? Because I've discovered that those black shelves you get from Walmart that are like 7 foot tall, well, they're not 7 foot tall. So they'd be right at 6 foot something, right? So that the big black ones, they cost you about $40. They're not that expensive. They hold right around 100 or so pops.
Go ahead.
And that shelf, I mean, you can only put it max 5 of them on a wall. I mean, in a decent sized room, you could get 5 of them. So it's 500 pops. What kind of shelves are you using?
I mean, I've got a huge, now recently, I've actually went and got my own storage unit because it's too much to fit in the room at this point. But I had because from time to time, I was planning on doing mystery boxes more frequently than what I do.
I got you.
But what's happened now is I have more fun doing the YouTube videos than doing the mystery boxes. I wanted to focus on YouTube, and here and there I'll throw a mystery box up. But I'm having more fun doing the YouTube stuff, and that takes a lot of time, like doing the videos, editing and stuff. I mean, it really takes a lot of time to do.
It really does. It takes a whole lot of time.
I know people might see these 10-minute videos, and you guys know, I mean, you do them to editing and doing everything with it. It takes hours maybe to do a 10-minute video. For me, I've got a Halloween video dropping in about a week, and there's like a 10-second clip where I'm putting fog in. Even me putting this fog in took 30 minutes.
Okay,
so the second part of the video.
I just did a 30-second, not even 30-second skit. It's like 23 seconds for an outro that I've been working on, and I bet it took me 20 minutes.
That's crazy.
To get it right. I mean, and it's 23 seconds long. I mean, you'd think that was something you'd bust out. So look, I think me and Chris really understand that. And I don't know if I ever told you this. I think I did last time. You're the reason I bought a green screen, right?
Me?
Yeah, your channel is the reason I bought a green screen.
I actually think at this point, if anyone has green screens, Cody is the reason people are buying green screens right now.
Cody is the reason why I went out and got one.
Anybody that wants to, if any of these green screen companies want to pay me royalties, that's
I love it. He said, "Well,
it's hard. I mean, if people ask me stuff about the green screen all the time, I'm like, you don't just put it up and just do stuff in front of it, and that's it. It's a lot of work to make it look decent what you want to do. So it's fun, but I just like doing the funny intros. Like that's like one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, you get come up with some real creative ones. But real quick question: out of 1,700 pops, and is that just pops alone?
Yeah, there's a few sodas, included in that, but it's mainly pops. Yeah,
we'll put those into there. But do you collect other things other than just pops? I know you do comic books too, right?
I really don't do comic books. No. I don't do comic books. I've been a part of some like comic book pop group swaps, and if there's a certain comic book that comes out, like I did pre-order. If you saw this one, they were doing Chadwick Boseman is going to be Spawn. I don't know if you guys have seen that one. They're doing a cover. Where Chadwick Boseman is going to be on the cover of the Spawn character, and
I might have to find that comic now.
Yeah, I pre-ordered that because there's one in color, and there's a chance to get one in black and white. And I'm going to try to get both of them. But if there's a special comic that comes out, I'll try to get it. But I'm not. The pops are too much. It's almost too much to do a ton of other stuff. Now I do like other subscription boxes. Like I seen you do BAM, BAM stuff. I like Zobi.
Yeah, I love my BAM boxes, dude. I absolutely love them.
BAM, Zobi. I'm starting to do like retro gaming boxes. I'm going to start getting into kind of like the retro game videos. Just so much.
I was thinking of doing it because Wink used to do those. Wink used to do those video game boxes before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not saying I've seen Wink do some. I've seen a couple of the companies he was doing stuff from. And of course, I was like, I'm such a big gamer. Like, my whole life. I've had about probably every system that's come out, and try to do something fun and different with those style videos. And vinyl figure fan, I do not have all 1,700 of them in protectors. I can tell you that much. I do not have that many in protectors, but I do need to buy some more for sure. But I probably do have legit 100 hard stacks and probably about another 100 to 200 soft protectors.
Damn, that's a lot.
That is a whole lot of pops.
So
I don't even know how to respond to that.
That's like, I mean, I thought JKL and I thought Danester had a lot, but good Lord.
I've met lots of people that, they do. There's people out there that have way more than me that I've met in person and stuff too. But it's, I know that is, above the norm for sure. It's too many, honestly. It's way too many to have.
Well, I have a hard enough time asking for another wall. If I had to say, hey, look, Jess, I'm gonna need to get a storage unit, I might have to get another apartment while I'm like going after this storage unit. I mean, I might have to be realistic here.
Yeah, they
That's a lot of them.
they made my wife, with COVID happen, they made her work from home, and we really had to turn this office in like the workroom, and I even had like a few stuff just upstairs in here, and it was like we got to do something. So I was like, okay, I'll get a storage unit, just because I want to keep some. There's going to be some I'll sell, and I know I told you guys I'm going to do a whatnot auction in 2 weeks. I'm hosting one. There's going to be some stuff that, that's probably like doesn't make sense for me to own anymore. I don't need, it's just too much. There's too much stuff that I've got.
Well, especially if you've done a lot of mystery boxes like myself. I mean, I've collected a mass of pops that I have no caring for whatsoever, because I get them in mystery boxes, and I don't. I mean, I may keep one out of a 6-pop mystery box. Then you got all these other ones sitting there.
Yeah.
But let me ask you then, real quick, at a 1,700, not necessarily asking what your most expensive pop is, but what is your most sentimental pop in your collection that you will never leave?
I'm glad you said that, because I brought it.
He said, I brought it. I carried it around with me.
We're talking about pops. I went, like I said, I went and grabbed a few things before we start. I'm going to take it out the case. Okay, so if COVID wasn't going on right now, I go to conventions a lot. I like to get stuff autographed. That's my favorite thing to do.
Yeah.
And I know you can get stuff autographed online and shipped, which sometimes I do. I prefer to meet the person, talk to them, see him at the con and stuff, get stuff signed. But I got to meet Batman's my favorite character, and I got to meet Kevin Conroy about.
Oh, nice.
And I got him to sign some stuff for me. But he signed my Batman animated series. He signed this one, and what's on the back of this one, the Batman robot one. He signed both those for me, and just getting to talk to him for a little bit was really cool. And that's one I'll definitely will never get rid of.
And any stand signs?
No stands. I did meet Stan. I worked for GameStop for a long time before my new job, and we'd have conventions every year the managers would go to, and we were in Anaheim one year, and Stan Lee was there signing stuff, and we'd have classrooms where we learned about all the new games that were coming out. And in one classroom, like under your chair, if you had this gold ball, you got to go meet Stan Lee and get Stan Lee to autograph anything that you had at the convention or whatever.
Oh, nice.
I didn't personally get it, but one of my friends did, and they kind of let me just like stand in line and say they wouldn't let you sign anything. I mean, he's got like a lot of security around him. If you ever would see him at like a convention, they wouldn't let you take like pictures and stuff. Like, it was really strict. But just said, hey, I didn't have anything to sign. Like, it was kind of really strict on that. But got to meet him. Don't have anything signed by him. I do have.
At least that's a cool to say you got to meet the guy. That's one thing I regret. I never got a chance to meet him.
I brought one other one real quick that I'll show. This is since it's almost Halloween. Probably my other favorite.
That had to be tough.
We're going to show all 1,700 tonight. This is a 24-hour live stream.
We're going longer than that, guys. Brace yourselves.
So
we're going to need some coffee.
In honor of Halloween, I've got the legend himself. I met Robert Englund, who signed my Freddy Krueger.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool.
And, it was cool. Definitely awesome meeting him.
Robert Englund's a legendary person in his own right there.
Oh, absolutely. So that's my favorite horror. I love horror pops. That's my favorite signed horror one.
All right, I'll send you Annabelle if you don't have her then.
Hey, no, you're really attached to that Annabelle. You sure you want to let that go?
I hate that pop. I've been trying to get rid of that thing for a year and nobody will take her. It creeps me out.
We're all sending you Annabelles for Christmas.
That'll
Annabelle City.
As long as it's not a Fortnite pop, I'm all right.
Well, I mean that in Fortnite, we know that's your two favorite lines of all time. We've got this down. So, Cody, I'm going to have to ask you, what's your most expensive pop? What is it? Which one? Do you have the Jimi Hendrix?
I don't. I don't.
The single one. The single one. Out there?
Do you have that one?
I should have brought.
Need your address.
I didn't bring that one in here. This one's shot up. This is like the craziest. So I like buying pops that I think are a good price at the right time. And I bought a set, and I'm going to do a video for it just to show people it probably here pretty soon. But the most expensive one I've got is the Robot Devil Toy Tokyo Futurama Funko Pop. Ooh. It's over 500 last time I looked. And it's I've got the entire Futurama set that I bought.
That's a set in itself.
Yeah, it's a guy was selling the whole set, like everything was so mint. A couple years ago, this is a couple years ago, sold the whole set for like $300. I can tell you that set now is those two top pops in that set are worth about $1,000 just for two of them. Ooh. So yeah, that's my most expensive one.
I know Futurama is hard to get nowadays because they haven't been making them. They've only brought out like very few of them, and I heard they're very hard. It's probably one of my all-time favorite animated shows of all time. In fact, I'm rewatching it again and I've watched every episode a bunch of times, but I'm rewatching it again just because I love that show so much.
Futurama?
Oh yeah.
Do you like really sit down and watch that? I don't think I've ever. Look, I love watching Futurama at like 2 a.m. while I'm sitting on the couch eating a bowl of cereal. But I don't think that I've ever like truly went out of my way and said I'm going to watch Futurama. I just don't think that that's ever been a real thought in my head.
I think Bender. It's like Bender and Fry.
Oh, yeah, they're great. It's a great show.
Tripped me out on that show.
I've only ever had two series of TV shows that I've ever watched fully through twice. And that is Futurama. Oh, don't laugh at the second one.
Don't judge me.
Was Entourage because I just freaking love that show.
I don't even know what Entourage is, so I can't.
Oh, you are missing out. That was a fantastic show. I loved it. I loved
something
it.
Tells me that it wasn't. As soon as you said "don't judge me," it told me that it was probably going to be something like what was that one that they did? What the kid that's going to be Batman? What did he play in?
Oh, don't tell me Twilight.
Twilight. As soon as you said "don't judge me," my mind went Twilight. I thought,
I had to go and see all the movies because my wife was a huge. She was in that whole genre of all the women back then and read every damn Twilight book, and I had to go see the movie. Not by choice, but it was a toss-up because before that, the rule was before we go see Twilight, the weekend before we had to go see an action movie, just so I felt a little bit like a man.
You get your testosterone up a little. Like, yeah, let's go do this. I love it. Oh, I love it. Oh, Cody, we have one thing in common, man. I really like to play with my intros and see where I can like push the bar on those, and sometimes they get a little harder than most. Tell me, have you had any of them that just made you stumble?
I've had some where I've just had to delete the whole video because I haven't taken editing classes. Me and my friend edit all the videos together, and for what we know how to do is I think we do a pretty decent job. To pretty much be self-trained in all this editing stuff. Like we don't, didn't know too much about how to do anything. So, there's stuff that, just doesn't come out right. And the time that I have to spend to try to fix some of it, it just takes too long. And of course, the great thing about when you're using the green screen is when you get something green.
Oh yeah, because then it completely goes invisible.
I've done that. Had a green shirt on, did a whole skit with the green shirt on. I went back to edit it, and I was like, "What's going on?" Oh, you're joking.
Yeah, it's and it's hard. Like when you're doing a mystery box, and everything's green in it, and there's
have you ever done a mystery box and forgot to hit record on the camera?
Forgot to hit record, forgot to plug the microphone in.
And then you got to put it all back together and try to re-record it.
That was the worst part was when me and Dr. Applesauce did a video together, and I'm trying to hurry up and get it done because we trying to get it out by a certain date, and just talking or whatever, recorded the whole thing, didn't have the microphone in. Then re-recorded it, and then realized never hit the record button. I was trying to run
it 3 times.
rush and get it done. I had to do the whole. I was really good at just flowing through, knowing what I was going to say the third time through. But
I imagine
that part sucked.
That happened to me today. As a matter of fact, I didn't hit the record button. I did like this whole unboxing of the sodas, and then I went back to like hit the end button and look at it, and I went, well hold. And it actually took my brain a minute to realize that I did not hit the record button. I mean, it guys honestly took me a minute to say, well, the phone messed up. Nope, I did not hit that record button.
Fabian said he wanted to realize the microphone was muted.
So I heard you just say that you did a video with Dr. Applesauce.
Yeah.
So do you communicate with Dr. Applesauce on a regular basis?
I wouldn't say a regular basis. You know, I mean, if from time to time, you know, we'll talk or something, or you know, like I know he's done some of the whatnot auctions. And, you know, I was kind of asking him, you know, hey, like for some advice, like, you know, hey, what would you say is like a good setup to try to do? Just stuff like that. Cause I'm always, you know, asking for advice, you know, from different people who are doing different things, and never afraid to ask advice for people who are doing it better than me.
Oh, yeah.
And a lot of people are doing stuff better than me for sure. So
I feel like that all the time.
Yeah. I look at like, you can look at somebody with 50 subscribers and they might be doing something cool. I'm like, man, that's so cool. Like how they're doing this. So, you know, you never know where you're going to get inspiration from. So I try to watch as many people as I can.
I agree with that statement. So I've been trying to get Dr. Applesauce on this channel now for probably about 3 months. I've been trying to get him to go live with us. So since we have an inside connection, we're going to need you to like convince him for us to come live with us one of these days.
We'll get him on here.
I can tell you,
just in case you're listening to this, Dr. Applesauce.
Yeah. I can tell you he's busy. I can assure you of that. It took us you know, I'm not one of those people. I'll ask you to do something. I'm not going to bug you about doing something. And, you know, I get people have stuff going on, and, you know, he's doing 3 videos a week. I think sometimes 4 a week. Yeah, and, you know, I just hit him, you know, hey, I got an idea to do this. Nobody's doing it. I want to do this video. And, you know, it's one of those things where it's like, you know, I watch people and they do different stuff, and I'm sure he gets asked to do stuff all the time. Oh, so, sure, you know, it's that, you know, it's just one of those things where it lined up time wise for both.
Probably, especially between him and Tristan from Top Pops. I've even sent out a message. I've had small communication with a guy because he doesn't respond to his emails really quickly. I even had communication with Franchise Kicks as well. You know, I'd love to get all 3 of them on the show eventually, but you know, we're growing, we're continuing, we're moving up, and we're just going to continue keeping on because you know we just love what we do, and you got to like what you do in order to keep going.
You said Top Pops and Franchise Kicks.
Yeah,
you heard that, guys. Look, there's your invite. We're waiting on the email.
we are trying to get
my agent's going to get with your agent, and then you know, there we go. We're going to go from there.
It'll happen. It'll happen for you.
You just got to reach out. You got to try. The best you can do is ask, and you know, hey, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. But there's plenty of other people that would be willing. And
I think some people just get, you know, I think some people get intimidated by maybe.
Oh yeah.
Subscribers some people have, like, don't be intimidated. Just they're people just like us. Just ask them somebody. They're gonna say yes. They're gonna say no. You don't, you know, you don't know unless you ask. So
well, that's just like BOP. I mean, I've actually sat down and chatted with him. He will just chat you up, and you can ask him just about anything, and he'll answer it honestly. I mean, the guy's fantastic. We've had him on the channel already. The guy's a fantastic guy, and I, you know, BOP is great. We're trying to get his buddy in crime. We almost had him on this month, but he had scheduling conflicts of Captain Pop. So probably next month. I think we're lining him up for next month.
That'll be awesome. That'll be good.
Sounds good.
But back to, I got one other question on your collection. So out of 1,700 Pops, what was the very first one that started it all?
I'm gonna be honest. I'll tell you, I don't remember. I do not remember what it was. I'm sure whatever it was, if I had to guess what it was probably when I was working at GameStop. It's probably like Black Friday when they had. Oh, this is old school. If you guys been buying stuff for years. Okay, this is an old school one, but there was, you know, back before they were doing these Marvel Black Friday boxes. They were doing you had a chance to get a gold pop. There's like a 1 in 5 pops were gold. And like this is back when they had have you ever seen the gold Mega Man? That's a game.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Like those years, those are probably 4 or 5 years ago. So that was probably close to probably one of the first ones I got. To know the exact first one, I don't know. It just seemed like I was buying so much, and I woke up one day and there's a room full. So it's been a blur.
That's because you worked at GameStop.
Yeah, and I was kind of, I mean, back in the day when I much younger years, I worked for EB Games and GameStop back in the day, and back then Funkos weren't around, and I remember I was a manager of an EB Games, and I remember going to those conventions and going to those little seminars and stuff, and that was a blast. But back then it wasn't Funkos. Funkos weren't around. Back then it was McFarlane Toys. McFarlane Toys was a big thing, and especially, I ain't gonna lie, I worked at an EB Games. I was the manager, and I was the first one that would open up because you'd always know there was a variant in every box. That's the way McFarlane always did it. That variant never made the floor. Ever. Never made the floor. Ever. I bought every variant that came in a box. I ain't going to lie.
That's awesome.
I see that question Pop Heat said, do I feel overwhelmed with such a big collection? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can't even.
That's why you got to go on Whatnot.
I can't even do this stream in my pop room right now because there's so much. There's so much I'm trying to organize. Like, what I'm like, what's something I could, what's something I could auction off that somebody's probably gonna like that I really don't need. So it's like, I'm trying to get all that straight. I've only got 2 weeks to really get it going. So yeah, I'm extremely overwhelmed for sure with that collection.
Yeah, and guys, remember he's got about roughly about 10 more minutes. If you guys have questions for Cody over here, definitely hit it up on the live stream. Ask your questions for Cody. I know you guys said some great ones for BOP last month, so definitely hit up some questions on here. Especially, Cody's been around. I think Wayne was doing it before, and he kind of coerced me into it. But I remember seeing you doing the whole Linktree thing before, and I thought that was genius. I just was, one of those. I don't know. I just waited too long to do it and eventually did it. And it has been successful and very nice to be able to do it. So,
yeah, I think I'm trying to even remember where I saw that from. Somebody was in I got some friends who do like advertising stuff, and Blue Chainsaw's my buddy. Yeah, he said 1,500. I don't really need. I see you say that, but yeah, I got some advertising friends who are like, yeah, you can on Instagram you can just do a link tree and do all your links. And I was like, what?
Well, wait, Wayne had turned us on to like for when you're out and around, especially it's kind of more like when it comes down to conventions coming back. He got me onto this thing called Popple, and you just go around and it's basically just an RFID chip that you put on the back of your phone. It's kind of like, yeah. And you just scan it on people's phones. I've done it. I've gone to Apple stores and I've literally gone to every phone and put my YouTube channel on it.
Yep.
Oh wow!
So I actually bought these little RFID chips that I can program myself with my phone. So now I program them to do whatever I want them to do. I think they're pretty awesome. If you haven't got one of those things, you really should. Guys, I see y'all over in the chat room. Funko Fabian,
we have a couple questions. I think pop culture. I think you might have answered this already, but how long have you been collecting for?
Definitely about at least 5 or 6 years. Yeah, I think 20. I mean, I've got pops from 2011 that I've gotten probably mystery boxes. Nothing like super crazy, but 2014 and 15 was probably the years I really got into it.
We got I'm going to start bringing these up. That was the last one. We got
there you go.
We got vinyl figure fan. Do you have a favorite pop line?
Yeah, favorite pop line would probably be anything Batman. Anything that's Batman related. I try to get as many of those. Got most of the 80th year ones. Missing a lot of Chrome ones, honestly.
Yeah, but I don't think you're really missing them because nobody really.
That's what I was about to ask you. Are you really missing them? Yeah, look, I really like that blue Chrome they came out with, but then after that, it started getting crazy.
But see, the thing with me is once they kind of get to a certain price, like if they're like super high their price range, I won't buy them. I just won't do it. Either I get something great out of mystery boxes. I don't think I bought a line of pops, right, for a good bit of money, but like one pop, I don't think I've ever spent more than like 40, 50 bucks on one pop ever. I just don't do it. But it's one of those things where, I like to try my luck in the mystery boxes. Hopefully I get something good that way.
And that's where I'm at. I always like to try to get that chance of it. We got our buddy Pop Teat across the pond said, not sure if you answer this, but do you collect anything else besides pops?
I'm a big gamer. I mean, I had a nice little game collection going, but it used to be comics. I had Pokemon cards, GI Joes. As of right now, pops is the big thing, and just stuff from like different subscription boxes. I collect stuff from those. But I'm thinking about maybe starting to get back into like sports cards and other stuff that kind of interests me, because I kind of want to mix it up. I don't like doing just one thing. I've been doing just one thing for a while, so I'm gonna probably mix it up a little more soon.
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
I'm not rich. You guys might think I'm not. All this stuff starts really adding up money wise when you start getting more stuff, and then
You add a mystery box here and there to keep up with content. I mean, you got to really budget yourself out. I get people all the time, especially on Instagram, will send me a message. Hey, I got a mystery box. I'm like, hey, I got to check my budget for this week and see if I can do it. If I can't, it just is what it is.
Yeah, it's so much. There's cool collectible stuff like the Jankies, the Tiny Ghost.
Oh, I really like the Jankies. Super Plastics is one of my favorite brands. Yeah. Well, Janky is super plastic.
Yeah. There's so much cool stuff out there. And I'm like, man, I'd love to start getting some more of this stuff. But I'm like, I don't know how when I'm getting all these pops and stuff. So it just adds up a lot.
When it comes to designer plastics, and I don't know if I consider Funko a designer plastic. I don't really know how y'all feel about that. But when I think about a designer plastic, Super Plastics is right up on the top of that list for me. Now, I know there's other people that get into things like Tiny Ghost and all of that, but Super Plastics is hot.
Yeah, our buddy Chris over at K&L, he gets into all them Tiny Ghosts and all those weird little items in there that I just won't go down that rabbit hole.
Yeah, see, Chase's Kingdom asked if you collect anything out of the box.
Okay, out of the box, I don't really take stuff out of the box. I'm thinking I'll probably ask people soon and just see what people what they want me to do. It's up to the people that watch me to kind of determine what I'm going to do. Because I got a spinner on the way. If people want me to take them out, put the pops on the spinner, I'm thinking about doing it.
So here's a good question
I started doing that.
Do you feel like if I take my pop out of the box and then put it back in, does that make it an out-of-box collection or an in-the-box collection? Did I tarnish the value by taking them out of the box? Because, look, I take mine out of the box in such a methodical way that it doesn't leave a mark on it.
Yeah, I do too.
I think it'd be hard to say, if who's going to know if they go to buy it and it looks mint. I mean, you would be the only one that would know you opened it. So, no, I don't. I'd still say you're in box. But
that's how I feel.
But it's like I said, I've thought about doing the spinner thing, and I did grab one other thing because I saw somebody had put. Do you guys have pops of yourself? I saw somebody had asked that.
Have popped ourselves. I have never gotten one of the pop. I just finally got my own actual pop logo that I just recently got done by another person that I thought was pretty cool. But no, I've never got an actual pop of myself.
I had a fan make a pop of me. Fabian made a pop of me with a lot of gray hair. Has lots and lots of gray hair, and then has this little black streak up top. It looks awesome. But I've popped myself, but I've never bought a pop of myself. But the pop of me is got this whole like blue beard, and I did this whole like craziness on purpose just because that's what I do when I make avatars.
I just had a fan of the channel send me one, and that was pretty cool to open up. But this is my guy right here. So I'm always wearing like some aviators, and it's even got the PWO Pop World Order shirt on, and I'm even holding the go this way, even holding the list of Jericho in his hand too. So yeah, somebody just sent me that. They did a good job with the hair and stuff too. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I think I was playing around with you on chat back and forth when you were doing the Jericho thing. or like just chatting back and forth with you, playing around with that. I thought that was hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
But we actually have a great question, and I one other thing I want to before we let you go, but I thought this is a great question. How long do you guys think before the bottom falls out?
I think it's already falling out.
It's getting there, but I don't think it's going to fall. I don't think it's going to be honest with you.
I guess.
Go ahead.
I guess the question is, what do we mean by falling out?
Let's say, do you think they're going out of business?
Yeah, I think they're short ordered from it. I think they'll get sold first. I don't think they'll ever truly go out of business, but I think they're looking at their stocks and the way the company's been declining and the way that they run things. Yeah, I think it's short ordered for them selling.
But if you do run a channel, diversity is very good.
Yeah, no, look, if they sell, that's fine, right? I mean, it doesn't mean that as collectors we have to be upset about it, but I truly, looking at them from a business standpoint, if I took a step back from a collector and said, are they going to make it? No, they're not.
What do you think, Cody?
And until somebody figures out how to get 400 plus licenses and can make a toy that's $10, they'll never go out of business. Never.
Well, no, I agree with that statement, and I don't think that they'll truly go out like. They won't close their doors, but I think they'll sell. I think they'll sell to someone.
And Jesse Lou just compared that to a Beanie Baby. Look at the Beanie Babies. Yes. Look how crazy those were. And those are pretty much gone into non-existent. So, I mean, it's always a possibility. But I think the difference between Beanie Babies and Funkos now is a difference of technology. You got groups like ourselves that sit there and continue to promote. Basically, we give advertising to Funko every day.
Yep. Yeah. Every day.
If you think about it. That this wasn't a possibility back in the 90s Beanie Baby craze. This wasn't a possibility.
Yeah.
I think that's the big difference.
I think that Funko blew up in another reason too. And I'm going to kind of go with the Beanie Babies and stuff too. But I think Beanie Babies is completely different in a way because Beanie Babies aren't technically of anything. I know you had the Princess Diana. You know, they did a couple ones where they were Austin. But you can't like go and get, you know, hey, here's I'll just show this Merle, you know, the actor from Walking Dead. You know, now I can go to a Comic-Con and meet him and get something signed. I think Comic-Cons have helped blow up the popularity of Funko because you can't go buy something of $10 that's your favorite actor, sports player, whatever, get it signed or something to meet them. There's just stuff you can't buy for that. So Beanie Babies, they were just random bears with different colors. And, you know, maybe if the internet was around more back then, maybe they would have kept going.
Yeah, who knows? But
I didn't ever keep a really big following on the Beanie Babies, so I don't know what happened to them and what would have made them crash. I just I don't want to see Funko ever like hit rock bottom, but if you just look at their stock market, they've been a little rocky lately, and maybe they'll pull out of it after COVID and everything will be fine. But I mean, you never know.
I think with the help of Comic-Cons coming back, it'll definitely help increase that.
They got to get their site fixed. Get the site.
Yes. And I think that's one of their biggest problems right now. But I don't understand why they keep using Shopify. I'm so confused on why they're such a large company. Why don't they grow up and make their own site? I mean, I'm just confused on like, why would you rely on a third party to make sure your stuff is running right? I don't, you know what? But I don't know. And I kind of made this rant the other day. We don't work for Funko. We're not there to figure out what their problems are and what they're having to overcome. So from standing on the outside saying this is what you should do, doesn't mean that they can actually do it, right? I mean, so sometimes we have to take a step back as collectors because it's like even today I want to be upset with them about the Halloween, their whole like fail there. But at the end of the day, I mean, I wasn't involved in their company meetings and what happened. I mean, there could have been all kinds of things that happened behind the scenes we never seen. I mean, so you just never know.
But well, Cody, I want to thank you for taking the time out and coming on to chat with us and our fans out here. We do appreciate you taking time out. I know, especially with some of us YouTubers, time is always precious, especially juggling everything that goes on. So we want to thank you for coming on. Before we let you go, give yourself a little shout out. Let all these guys know what you got going on.
All right. So if you guys aren't on Whatnot yet, it's a free app. Check it out. You can follow me. Luckily they changed my name for me. It is Popular Opinion now. You can search Popular Opinion. They only let you usually do like 10 characters before, but I think they've changed it now. I am Popular Opinion on Whatnot. I'll be auctioning off in 2 weeks. Monday nights, Wheel of Misfortune, fun game show, plays like Wheel of Fortune. The chat wins giveaways every Monday night. We have 2 channels come on and play against each other. And we actually make the chat decide who they think is going to win. So we're pretty much playing the YouTubers against each other, put all the pressure on them. We do that on Monday nights, every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time. And I got a Halloween video should drop next week. And hopefully I can get these 2 guys on Wheel of Misfortune here pretty soon if they're up to the challenge of coming on.
Challenge ain't the problem. It's the time frame. That's
Don't worry about sleeping. Don't worry about sleeping.
We can sleep when we're dead. It's all right.
Yeah, just get with me on Instagram. Look, I'm always down to do something. It's fun.
Hit us up because I think sometimes Wayne's just afraid to lose to me, so it's okay.
I don't mind if I lose. I'm okay. I've passed that. My testosterone drops a little more every day. I'm okay. You see how great.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a good day, and I appreciate you for coming on, buddy.
Oh yeah, thank y'all. Have a good night, guys.
Hey, have a good one, Cody. We appreciate you.
All right. Well, that was fantastic. Great YouTube channel. Again, if you guys have not checked out Popular Opinion, get over there, hit that subscribe button. Hit that. Don't forget to like as many of his videos. Don't forget to like this video on top of it. Smash those like buttons down there, guys. We do appreciate it. Now, we do still have a Patreon subscriber giveaway that is going to happen at the end of this show. So stay tuned for that. I will get the rig wheel up, and we will pick out some subscribers. I know there's only 4 people Patreons on mine currently right now, so it's a 1 in 4 chance of winning the Mickey. So
it's a 1 in 5 on my side, and I got to get that list to you. I'm gonna do that right now while we get on this next guy. Right. So I'm such a horrible co-host.
It's all right. Well, let's get to this our next collector here. This is the man that he's got a ton of pops. In fact, he's even got the chair that I am so jealous that I don't have. Being that he is a ginormous Captain America fan, just like myself. So we want to bring on the Luau. What's going on, Andrew?
Oh, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Awesome.
So you have a ginormous collection, or is that just what we see back there? Or is that much bigger than what we all see?
I have stuff over here, and I have some stuff there. So I'm picky. Everyone says they'd love to send me something, but would I like it? I'm a tough person to get things.
That is different than your normal backdrop.
It is. I have changed.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
this is a new one.
That is pretty cool. So are we the first ones to see this?
2 more cases.
Are we the first ones to see your new backdrop?
No. I don't have too many. I don't think there's too many videos that have it. The lives that I do, you'll see it. But that's I don't think too many videos out have had it yet.
I gotta say, since I started seeing your videos, the first thing I noticed was that chair, and I am incredibly jealous right now of that chair alone.
It is a great
as I'm a huge Captain America fan.
I am too.
As I know you are as well.
I am. Yes.
So how many? What's the number? How many in the collection?
Believe it or not, I'm only probably at about 550, 600.
That's much different compared to Cody. Compared to Cody over a Popular Opinion, that's ridiculous, man.
I can't do that one, but I have my collections, and then I'll go through it. I've done Whatnot. I'll do it. Another one this coming Monday will be my 3rd. So I'll go through stuff, and I'll say, oh, I liked it, but I can live without it, and then we move on, and yeah. So 550, 600.
And mind you guys, I did just see somebody was trying to look for Popular Opinions channel. In the description down below is links to both of their channels. So if you go to both of these guys' channels, both Luau and Popular Opinion, go and hit those subscribe buttons for them, and don't forget to hit those notification bells as well. So you got 500 in there, and then I know you do a lot of mystery boxes like myself.
I do.
So of course we all know with mystery boxes you get a lot of stuff that you don't really want. Are you a seller as well?
Absolutely, yes. We always you hate the term the flipper, but absolutely, you can't do mystery boxes without doing it. Now I'll put together mystery boxes and we give stuff away to Patreons. We give stuff away every week. Mystery boxes are always an option that I'll create for people. Anything mystery boxes is a new thing that I've done. Sometimes I even make mystery boxes. I'll throw it up on Etsy, or I make dump boxes. Like, here's $300 worth of pops for $1 a pop. Have at it. So.
Yeah, see, I got to do that because I got a whole lot of stuff I've got for mystery boxes, and a lot of them are to be honest with you, they're a lot of pops that are just low common stuff that I just can't seem to get rid of, like Fortnite, that I can't seem to get rid of, and they just sit there forever. And yeah, I got to figure out some way to dump these off, to move these out and get rid of them, and go from there. Maybe I'll just start doing like a box of 10. You guys can just buy them for like $5-10.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're getting in this season, so it's Toys for Tots. Last year, I think we donated.
Oh, that's a good idea.
200, 300 pops. Right. I mean, commons, but 200 to 300 pops for Toys for Tots last year.
That's a good idea too. I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
So, out of 500 pops, I always like to ask this question only because everybody's got. I mean, everyone's got their expensive pop. Everyone's got their line they want. But what is that most sentimental pop that you just will never part with ever by any means?
I got some. I was like Cody. I got some out for you guys. So this would be my most sentimental.
Oh, Goonies.
So Goonies, Sloth. My mom took me to see it. I remember it back in '85. I remember going to the theater and seeing it. So that, to me, most sentimental pop. I'd never get rid of it.
That's a pretty good pop.
That's a good pop. That's a good pop.
That's a pretty good pop. So the Luau, huge fan of your channel. I'm a huge fan.
I appreciate that.
So let me ask you a question real quick. What were you thinking when you ordered so many of those last Airbender? And I'm trying to remember which one it was. How do you say his name?
Ang on Air Scooter.
What were you thinking when you did that chase roulette?
So, like in a flipper's mind. So for people that watch, my whole life has been about collecting and flipping, from sneakers to I've done video games. I do all sorts of things. You think of that financial aspect in your head, and you're thinking, okay, I can get 5 of these pops for at the time I forget what they were. You can use hot cash money. I think I got them for an average of like $10, and the common's 18. A chase is at the time like 150. I think it's 120 now. It's rolling dice. It's playing chase roulette, and if you hit, it's awesome. If you don't, you have a common pop that maybe you break even with. So that would go in my head, and it makes a good video. People love to see, oh my God, 15 Ang on Air Scooters, or 15 Chase Diamond Hades, or something like that.
It's so funny because I watch guys like yourself, Franchise Kicks. Franchise Kicks is actually what got me into doing a lot of this different types of stuff, and I've always been a fan of his because he does all kinds of things. And I found it so frustrating with people such as yourself, and I kind of do it because I sell a lot of stuff. I mean, a lot of times things in my mind go, hey, can I make some money off that? But I also don't go crazy where sometimes if I go and find some pops, I may find something that's worth some money that I don't necessarily want in my collection, but I'm also not going to buy up the whole lot because sometimes when I'm in a store, I want people to have their chance. But I can't stand it when you got a channel like yourself and Franchise who promote that they sell this stuff. This is what they do for a living, and people still harass them for it. It's like there's no pure collectors as much anymore. People are still going to move pops. And the thing is, like Dr. Applesauce said, flippers are part of the circle of life in Funko. They just
Absolutely. You have everyone's, I think, a collector, and everyone's a flipper. Everyone wants to, okay, I do mystery boxes because I want to grab that big hitter. It's that rush of, here's a $200-$300 box. Oh my God, the rush of what could be in there. And then, you're left with things you don't want. And what are you going to do? You turn those things and you turn into things that you do want. So I think it's really cool. I've done it. It's a hobby for me. It's not a business like Clint, but it's fun in a sense.
Yeah, he's definitely made a business out of it for sure.
Yeah, I don't think
awesome guy. I started to watch him for sneakers, and then getting into the pops and the pallet flipping, and then getting to meet him and hang out with him last year, I think was awesome. And awesome guy.
Trying to get him on the show.
I don't think I've ever gotten into the flipping side of it because I don't get into mystery boxes. Is mystery boxes a big, like, I mean, is that the reason why you would want to flip them?
You just end up with things that you don't want. You're searching for this one, but a mystery box, you just never know what's in it. And it's the rush of getting something rare, something awesome, and you hold it. It's happened to me a few times. I've been on a little bit of a winning streak with mystery boxes lately.
Hey, that's good.
We hit I think the 2 biggest pops that we've ever hit has happened in the past like month, but neither one fits the collection. But it's so cool to hold it and say, oh, this is like a 9-year-old, 10-year-old pop. There's only 100 of them made. It's very cool. But at the same time, it's moving it on to the next person, the next collector, and yeah.
And I've done that before. I've pulled out I think the biggest pop I ever pulled was a Funko Freddy Genie, and I pulled that from a Funko mystery box. Yep. And I mean, I kept it for a while, but I had somebody give me an offer that I just couldn't turn down. I was just like, all right, well, I hate to let him go, but hey, here you go. I can't turn that down.
Say bye, Genie.
There's a lot in the collection that I wouldn't sell that I love to look at. A lot sits back here in the case. It's just like I'd never sell it, even for any amount of money they offer me. I wouldn't sell it. So there's always those items. Is
there a particular line or something that you absolutely have to go after that you have to, kind of like I'm on a Marty McFly thing right now. I got to collect every Marty McFly I can find.
So Back to the Future's one. I have. I went to Walmart the other day. We're all good with Marty McFly except for the Plastic Empire one, which is going to be very expensive to get on the secondary market. But yes. Goonies, if they ever make more, is big for me. I love that Icons, but I'm not a completionist. So if I see a Flock Tricks and a regular Tricks, I'm going to go for the Flock when I don't need the other one. And I'm kind of like that on Sloth. I had the regular Sloth, and he's pondering in my head, maybe throw him up on Whatnot or something like that. Turn him into another collectible. Because, at the same time with Funko Pops, I also do Hot Toys, which are very expensive, and I have a lot sitting there that are on their way soon. So. Oh,
yeah. Wayne and I have talked about Hot Toys before, but they just get really, really expensive.
They're very expensive. But if you get them, they're addictive. So I even brought one of those. I don't show a lot of on the channel, but this is one I had that sits on the thing.
Oh, there you go, Wayne.
And when you see it and you see like the materials they use, it is absolutely, and the portraits, they're incredible. Incredible.
Yeah. It's like, I want to collect sideshows, the 16th scale so bad. I can't see dropping $200, $300, $350 on those guys. I mean, that is a lot of money for a figure. Can you pose that one? Is that one of them that you can can sit down and pose? Yeah. Oh, is it the 16th scale? Because that's what it looked like. 16th.
Yeah, it's the 1/6 scale.
Yeah, the 1/6 scales. I'm sorry, they're so cool.
Cool. They're awesome. But it's a hobby I get into. I got my first one and got sort of bit by it, and I loved it. So then you can pre-order it, and then you're pre-ordering stuff a year, sometimes a year and a half in advance, and you can pay monthly for it as the time gets closer, so it's not one big huge hit. And then when you get them, you love them. It's such an art to pose them. And
so do you do a lot of the posing? Because I really like posing.
I haven't put any up yet, so I had to get these cases before I'll do it, and some sit up and around the different rooms, but I'll put some in the case and have to show some off. But there's some that are incredible. There's a Marty McFly that's insane. John Wick is awesome. If I could somehow pose the Neo with bullets somehow, I think it'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It's an art. It takes a lot of time, a lot of patience to do it. You got to be careful.
It's a lot of fun posing those, and I haven't got to pose any of those like that yet. But I right now I've been posing like the whole like Hasbro's, the Black Series.
Oh yeah,
I've kind of like got into those a little bit. I'm trying not to fall too far down that rabbit hole though, because once again you go from $10 to $30, and then when you go from and then it keeps climbing from there. I mean, so trying to stay away from those rabbit holes.
You got to be careful.
So we got a question from Chase's Kingdom. Favorite 10-inch?
Because they probably see the 10 inches sit over here. I'm partial to Tony the Tiger, and I like the Foot Locker Michael Jordan that came out last year. Those are probably two of my favorites. But Boo Berry, they need to release the Boo Berry.
I would agree with that.
That might be number one.
But see, I'm a one with Captain Crunch over here. That was my first 10-inch. I love Captain Crunch.
They take up so much real estate. It's not one that I like to do a lot of them.
Oh, I've got an addiction for
my big one, Ghostbusters. So that's what I have the most of.
See, I'm going to begin screwed soon because they're releasing 4 zombie Marvel pops, and I absolutely have a infatuation with this Marvel zombie line, and I'm going to have, and just like you said, you're not a completionist. I'm going to have 3 Wolverines now because I've got the regular one. I've just pre-ordered, or it's coming in soon. I've got the glow in the dark Wolverine, and now I'm going to get the 10-inch. So it's like,
oh yeah, it's so annoying, so annoing.
They're good at it. They're good at it. They did it with Coca-Cola Bear and Energizer last year. Here's the regular. All right, let's flock it.
Yep.
Let's make a 10-inch, and then let's do a diamond.
All the same bear. Yeah. All the same bear. So annoying. They got me with that Mysterio.
Yes.
They got me with the Mysterio. I don't know that they're going to get me with the rest of them. I'm not going after any more of them if I already have them. I don't care if it's glow. Look, I'll get some glow paint out of my closet and I'll splash a little bit on it or something.
I've done it.
I'm just not gonna I'm just not. I'll wait until the 10 inches come out now, and that's just.
I did it with Uncle Fester. Uncle Fester needed to glow. I don't know whatever happened with that, so I got some glow in the dark paint and I made Uncle Fester glow, and he sits over here. And I love
it.
That's kind of how I feel.
Yeah. So Pop T says, "Do you have any regrets when it comes to pops?"
Sometimes buying expensive mystery boxes and sometimes seeing what comes out of them. But no, I mean, I never. Regrets aren't something I do a lot of. So, you make the mistakes, you learn from it, and you move on. So I try not to keep regrets. There are some every now and then. I might take a shot on a box company I don't deal with, and then it's like I knew better or something like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I'm that way with one I just dropped the other day, but it is what it is. I bought it. It was content and got to put it out. Says, what's your favorite mystery box from CS2 from Jesse Lou Comics?
From CS2. Well, that would probably have to be the Jesse Lou mystery box. So yeah, that was I believe they're referring to sort of like a swap that we had, which was very, very cool that we did. Mama J and
that's right. That's what that was. I was part of the Wayne didn't do the collectible swap. I did the collectible swap. So I'm gonna guess that Jesse Lou sent you the box. Okay.
Yeah.
See, I just sent mine to Comic Book Poser, and I got one from Adrian APM. And I did see your video on that.
One to Adrian, the last one, which is like, I'm seeing who I got. And I'm like, oh man, he does comics, and I got pops. Man, I gotta figure this one out. And I've gotten people that do comics and don't do pops, so it's kind of cool.
Are you doing this newest one?
I am, yeah, the Christmas one.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it's great. It's a lot of fun.
It's just something different, more content to get out and go from there. Let's see. What about I should? Okay. Oh, there's another one for Pop T. We got. What about I should have? If you ever thought of I should have bought that or I missed out on that.
Oh man, I think we all do that.
I have some grails out there that are in the pop realm that I should have bought before. I had opportunities for, and now they're more expensive. The biggest one was probably Glow Mike Wazowski, which is like my number one pop that I would love to have. And now it's $1,400, which I won't go that crazy. But I've had opportunities at the 6-7. I should have. Metallic Frankenberry, I had opportunities for him at like 5, and now he's 1,000. I should have, but I didn't. So.
We got another one from Vinyl Figure Fan. Is have you ever sold a pop then regretted the sale?
No.
Hey, sign of a good salesman right there.
No.
When you make the determination to do a whatnot, you sit there and you think about it. I look at things and I'm like, I'm not going to complete this set. It's never going to happen. I can let this one go. I'll keep this one. So yeah, I try not to have many regrets. I think in my whole realm of ever selling stuff, there's only one thing I ever regret selling. It was a Michael Jordan black pinstripe 96 jersey, and I kicked myself. I should have kept it. I should never have sold it. But
is that the baseball jersey?
No, it was a basketball. It was the black pinstripes.
Oh, okay.
10 season. I should have kept that one, but I didn't.
So I'm going to guess you're a big Chicago Bulls fan.
Absolutely. Yeah, grew up with Jordan. Got to go see him play 3 times with the Bulls, once with the Wizards, which is, forgettable for me for that one. But yeah, I grew up with Michael and the Bulls.
That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome.
Yep.
So again, guys, if you got any questions, definitely get in here. So out of all those items in there, you always got to know what's the most expensive.
So the most expensive, which I have right now. So in the mystery box, we opened up with Toy USA. We got the 1 out of 48 piece or whatever Bone Daddy. Ooh. So that was at the time the most expensive one we ever did. Now this is a video for this isn't out, but this currently right now is the most expensive pop we've ever opened up. It's pretty Funko is Buzz Lightyear 125 pieces.
That is a hot pop.
That is a serious grill.
Which sits at 2,800, but when you look at pops like that, PPG sort of goes out the window because you don't have opportunities to buy them or sell them. They rarely come up. So that's the most expensive.
Even the people that are going to buy that, those sellers don't come up very often, and that's why when I got the seller for the Genie, I was like, okay, you want to put that money up?
The hardest thing to do is to sell anything pop wise over 500 and more. Now, Whatnot brings a lot of great opportunities, and I think they make it a little bit easier these days because you get those guys they're not going to think twice about getting something like that. They realize it's a great collectible. We're not going to see it. I want it.
Do you think you're going to be able to sell that one? Is your intention to sell that one?
Yes, it is. That'll be the big one come Monday night. Yeah.
So when you sell something like that, how do you ship it? Do you get on a plane and fly it to them? I mean, because look, inquiring minds want to know. I got that kind of money. I kind of want you to bring it to my house.
It'll ship in a pop armor, and it tapes on the bottom, so doubly thick there. It then gets wrapped in bubble multiple times, put in a box, wrapped in bubble, put in another box.
He said then put in another box.
Wait. Wayne knows what a lot of bubble wrap and duct tape looks like.
So let me be honest with you. If I sold that pop, it would bother me so bad in the thought of shipping it that I would either A, get in my car and drive it to the person, or I would B, get on a plane and fly to the person. I couldn't trust the post office that much. I mean, I just couldn't.
Get a little scared, yeah.
Yeah, I just couldn't. I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, it gets there, but yeah, it all works out.
See, and I've thought about doing Whatnot, but I know I've got a lot of common ones I just want to get rid of, and it's like I don't want to throw them on Whatnot because I'm sure I'm not going to get much for them, and I know they're not worth. Some of them aren't worth a ton, but I just want to get rid of them out of this house. So I thought maybe I'll just toss them up on Whatnot, even if I got $1 for it. I really don't care.
I've never used Whatnot. So I've been using Macari. Is that a lot different than Macari?
I like it a little bit better. So you have to take the pictures on Whatnot. You have to take them live. So you couldn't take another picture doctor. It has to be done live from the phone. The shipping rates are cool. They only charge, I think it's 8.5% plus $250 shipping on your end, which is better than Macari. So I like it. The auction just sets it apart. Which
it's kind of like how all these guys do all the comic book auctions all the time. But this is just a lot of times for pops.
Oh, pretty
and
wild.
Now they're branching out. Now you almost can list anything you want on the auction on their site. You can now do Pokemon cards, pops, and fig pins.
I'll have to check that out. Never checked them out.
I just recently discovered them because I know Clint just did a run last Sunday of a bunch of pops that. I didn't want to go watch it because I knew if I watched his, I was going to want to buy some, and I wasn't ready to do that.
He was awesome. And then when you see Pop King Paul go and Smile World go, Jane Abbo Toys goes tomorrow. So these mystery box companies, they bring some heat. Heat.
So JKL, our buddy over JKL said, "What pops do you want to see made? TV, movies, cartoon, etc." That haven't been done.
One that we've said it all the time. From Brian, Cheap and Nerdy, and Sean, we'd love to see Spaceballs. Now they can never do it.
Yeah.
No, they can't because of the licensing. That was the deal to spoof Star Wars. You can never profit off of making stuff, but a flocked barf, a dark helmet, it would be awesome.
What was the Yoda version of that?
Yogurt.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
You know, that'd be insane. But ones that we could see, man, I don't know. I'd like to see more ups. Maybe, you know, I think they could do more with up. I'd like to see another Monsters Inc. They've never done Randall, you know, like a Monsters Inc. Randall, not University. Those are the big ones. And then, of course, you know, we'd love to see different ad icons. I think we're getting some new ones now.
Those new ad icons, because they're so different than anything they've ever done. And I want every single one of them. Those because they're so different, I want them.
I don't know how I feel about them yet.
I have not made my mind up on the little boxes of this or the thing or the bottle cap of Coke. I'm not sure.
I haven't made my mind up.
The Coke can is fantastic. Yeah. The donuts is fantastic. I think those are just. I think they're cool. Of course, you know you got the slushy and the Hawaiian Punch guy, but I think that just the look. I mean, the bottle cap. I think you go either way, but definitely the Coke can and the donuts. Even the Spam. I'm sorry. Even this. I'm not a Spam eater, but even the Spam just looks. I love the new look of them, and I love that Funko is branching out that way because they got to branch out. I mean, look at the soda line; they didn't know what was going to happen with the soda line, and the thing is blown up. I think that I'm hopefully, and I haven't looked, but I'm hoping they've stopped the Dorbs because that was a failed line.
No,
I bet they haven't, but yeah,
I'm probably sure they haven't, but it's a failed line to me. But that's just my opinion.
I'm not a Dorbs fan.
No,
but yeah, they tried the sodas, and at least they're not going crazy with the numbers. You know, they did the 20,000s for you know, Pennywise and the Joker, and now today they released Blueberry, which was 4,000. So they're still keeping that relatively nice numbers. Even the ones that are coming out soon, you know, they're 10,000, 12,000. So I think they're doing a good job.
Did you get any on today's failed Funkoween?
I did. It wasn't too bad for me. I'm at work, so it's tough. I got to make sure I'm not in a meeting or I don't have anything going on at that time. And then it was on, bip, change it to quantity 2 and go through it. And it wasn't too bad for me.
I'm not talking.
I heard a lot of people lost Blueberry in the checkout.
It was really bad for me.
Homer
Wayne didn't have a good time. I was driving while it happened, so
I did not have that same experience. So I checked out and I sat there in the wheel of death for 5 minutes until it kicked me out and then made me refresh the page. And then, you know, by the time you refresh the page, you have to start all over. And then everything was sold out. So I didn't get any of that.
Try Apple Pay. And Apple Pay, I let it go for like 15 seconds and it was an issue. I knew something was wrong with it. So I backed out of it and went to, I forget whatever the other shop thing option was.
It's funny you say that because I always use Apple Pay.
I do too. It's quicker. It's nice.
I love Apple Pay.
Yeah, but it's something you can always tell when something funny is going on with their
if it's
site.
Not really quick. It's like boom, I'm gonna get it. And then I figure if that's not working, I'm not gonna trust Amazon with them.
Nope.
I'll just go to the regular PayPal or the other shop version to check out. And luckily it worked.
And it's just kind of annoying, you know, when you sit back and read their posts on Twitter and stuff, where they say that they're combating this stuff. You're really not. And so I would rather they just not say anything and then let us fight it all out together. I mean, because there was a point today where I honestly thought, well, if I can't beat them, I'll just download the software and become a bot myself. I mean,
I used bots in the sneaker game many years ago, and there's nothing that will ever be able to beat a bot and a programmer. They can make it beat you every single time, and there's no way to beat them.
They don't have to beat them. Now there's like super plastics, and I don't know if you heard earlier when I was talking about that is like my designer plastics. When I think about designer, I think of super plastics. They actually had this thing where they would drop it, and if you went on eBay and put it up for sale, if they could link your email address to a sale, they would cancel that sale and then email, because I had them email me one time and say, hey, look, we got one, would you like it? Absolutely I would. But what do you mean? So I guess when I say combat, I don't think that they can, like you said, they can't stop a program.
They can't stop them. They can make it harder. They can keep people like Plastic Empire tried to do it with the Martys. They canceled a lot of orders, put them back on the website, canceled more orders, put them back. I think they did the best they could. Pop King Paul's another one. he doesn't let you do Apple Pay. You have to literally go through PayPal, which is more steps, which makes it very hard for bots to do it.
Right. So I don't think they'll ever beat them, but they could take the extra step and say, hey, you put it on eBay for sale. You're obviously not collecting this. We're going to cancel your order and give it to someone who is wanting to collect it.
A CAPTCHA is not going to be able to take out a bot. I mean, people program bots for every single certain drop. They you know, and that's the way it's done. They can make it harder. Definitely. I think a CAPTCHA is not enough to beat them. They could do a lot more, but you know, in the end, I think everyone would agree. Funko, their main goal is not the collector; they want to sell the product.
Yes, that is their goal.
We all gotta remember it's a business.
Yes,
it's a business, and they make the pops, and their only goal is to sell them. Whether they sell them to bots, whether they sell them to collectors, that's their end goal. The rest of it is up to us. But I do think that the lottery thing was a huge fail.
Yes,
I didn't get in the lottery, so I didn't get an opportunity to even try to beat the bots.
So I did get lottery. It went through and it went very smooth for me, but you saw a lot of pictures of people that had multitude of wins in it. Yeah. So they made a lot of the fake accounts, and you know, a computer can generate those fake accounts really quick. And,
Hey, look, I don't have any problems with if Funko came out and said, hey, look, guys, just don't buy from the secondary market. If you didn't get it, then don't buy from the secondary market. It's just the way it is. We can't do anything. But that's not what they do. I feel like they come out and they act like we're children. And they're like, oh, no, look, we're fighting them. And it's your fault that you didn't have your pay. Whoa, stop. Just stop. And just say, hey, look, if you didn't get it, you didn't get it. And that's just the way it goes. I mean, I would feel better about that statement than some of them that they make.
Yeah, and right now I'm being a mystery box guy. I'm just gonna wait a couple months because all these secondary market ones that didn't sell them initially, they're just gonna stick those inside mystery boxes and sell them off. So I'll take advantage of that.
It's gonna happen.
Just gonna sit back and wait.
And I think they got the collectors on. Everyone thought Mr. Compress was gonna be like the next Bakugo, and Up was insane. And that'll be an expensive pop without a doubt.
So there's a chase coming out in one of your last Airbenders, and I seen it today, and I'm trying to remember what the name of it was. It has a chase variant. Are you going to play roulette with this one? And I can't think of the name of it. And what starts with a Z? God, why can't I think of the name of this? Because I was just looking at it earlier. Anyways, let's move on.
I think the next one I think I did videos for was the Diamond Hades. I don't know if I have any more on deck as far as the chase roulettes. I have some older videos that I bring out on Saturdays as sort of like I like to call it from the vault, older videos, and I think there's a chase roulette tomorrow.
So what do you think is going to be the next hottest chase?
What?
What do you think is going to be the next hot chase?
I think right now with Disney, anything Disney would be hot. I think the Chase Hades is just starting to hit stores, so you're starting to see that. That's a hot one, I think.
I'm going to say anything that Top Pop promotes.
Dumb and Dumber might be a cool one. People love Dumb and Dumber. That could be a cool chase.
Have we ever noticed that there's a connection between some of these ones that Tristan over at Top Pops gets and how fast they go sometimes?
Well, it's by design. I mean, that's clearly by design.
Now, mind you, I have nothing against Tristan. I absolutely love his channel. I watch his videos. I think he has a great channel, but I've noticed there's a connection between ones that he starts to promote, and then all of a sudden the value of these pops go ridiculous.
By design.
It's supply and demand. It's seen. Ang-On Air Scooter was expensive because it was it was out a year or so ago, and that was it. They didn't make any more. They didn't restock it. It was done, and then now they've done 3 restocks of it. Cora is another one. Cora Chase. They've really brought her out. You had 2 opportunities, sold out really quick, and they've never brought her back out. Will they, remake it? Anything that's not vaulted, they can. So yeah, you just never know.
Hey, you never know. You're gonna go with it and see what happens. So, that's definitely a benefit. So, like I said, it's I think it's as much as we all want to. I mean, granted, it's YouTube. We're gonna have something to rant. We're gonna have something to chat about, and whether it's a failed Funko event or not. Just as me and Wayne have said before, it doesn't mean we're still not going to be there during the next one.
That's right.
We're going to be right there in the beginning, and we'll probably rant and complain about it again. That's just what we do.
And you just never know. I mean, they're probably due for a house cleaning soon, which they did last year with their mystery boxes. You never know.
So I'm gonna kind of like put this out there. I think I'm done trying to go through any of their more cons, any of their cons or their online drops they do like that. I don't think I'm getting in just for my sanity and my blood pressure. I mean, I just think I'm gonna stay out of those. And if I get it on the shelf, I get it on the shelf. If I get it in a pre-order, I get it. But if I'll just stay away from that nonsense, and I don't have to worry about bots.
Yeah. Very true.
It just works out better that way.
And hopefully the next cons, well, the next big con will be ECC.
Live.
Hopefully it actually happens live.
That's right. I mean, so.
And the Emerald City's in what, March?
Emerald City
is
one
I think
of
it's
them
got
on my bucket list.
Good shot. I think it's got a good shot. I mean, it would definitely be different. I think it would be limited in the amount of people they let in there and social distance. I think that's still going to be a big thing, but I think it would. I think it's going to happen.
That's
See, we're trying to get, me and Wayne are trying to eventually build up a big group of YouTubers to start going around to all these big conventions. I think that would be absolutely awesome to just start having a whole bunch of YouTubes go around just doing nothing but collaborations for an entire week.
It would be cool. It would.
Well, I think we should all get together and do the biggest mystery box unboxing at one time. Oh, yeah. And I'm just convinced we should.
This was the year I planned to do NYCC. It didn't happen. Hopefully maybe next year. We'll see. How New York's probably not in the greatest shape, but it's so neat to meet people. I've met people that I've been friends with, and then you meet them. Clint, 2Ps. Got to go out to Indy and meet them, which was awesome. Sean, I've got to meet Sean in person, which doesn't live too far away from me. Hashtag Larry's another one I got to meet, and there's a lot of others I'd love to meet, hang out with. Mm-hmm. It'd be cool.
Yeah, cons are definitely fun, and it would definitely. I know Wayne and I talked about doing a live stream right from there. So,
definitely, that'd be cool.
At some point, I'm going to.
we're gonna get there. We will get there.
At some point, I'm going to.
I mean, I was even disappointed because right here in Orlando, Florida, we have the big MegaCon every year, and they kept trying to push it back, and it just wasn't going to happen, and so it just got completely canceled. Which sucked, but I was looking forward to it. I think the next year when I start doing, I'm just going to start trying to apply for the media passes just to see if I can get them.
Oh yeah, I mean that's how a couple people I know. Clint's done it that way, and he's gotten in with media passes, and it's different. I mean, it works good.
So,
I think Rhode Island, I think, is the next one coming. I think they're going to do like an online, Pennywise soda for Rhode Island in early November.
Is it Rhode Island Comic-Con?
Yeah, virtual.
Oh, of course, everything's virtual now.
Everything.
I think they're doing virtuals just to do virtuals.
Yes,
just to
they are.
Release pops.
They are. Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's awesome to meet people. I actually hit Orlando next March for Disney, and I'm trying to carve out a little bit of time because I would love to hang out with Seth from What's Poppin', another channel I love to watch.
He's out here too.
Yeah.
I'm out here in Orlando. I didn't even know he was out here.
I think he's 2 hours away from Orlando.
Well, I mean, it depends on because again, if you're talking Disney's technically Kissimmee, so you're actually almost like 45 minutes to an hour outside actual downtown Orlando.
Yeah.
I'm literally on the other side of Disney where I could see when they did have fireworks, I could hear the fireworks from my house.
Oh yeah. I booked that, and they're like, right now we're not doing fireworks for this, but hopefully by March we are.
Maybe spring break. Who knows? We're hoping out here. But if you're out here in Orlando, Florida, definitely come on, check it out. Maybe we'll hit up the parks and do some live videos or do
some of the stuff.
Do
you
something.
guys have some pretty cool stores, stuff that here we really don't. There's not really many collectible stores like that have the cool figures or Hot Toys or Pops. So definitely.
There's definitely we got a comic book store right here that's even got a bar attached to it.
Oh wow!
it's like, and it's all themed too. It's awesome. We'll have to check it out. But I keep teasing Wayne because I keep taking pictures of Star Wars Land, and I keep teasing him with those all the time.
Well, it was high on my list. When I booked Disney, my son's been there, my daughter hasn't, so I said we got to do it. We'll do it in March. I booked it, and I told the lady, I said, "So you book everything?" She said, "Yeah." I said, "Lightsabers? Do lightsabers?" Yeah, I book it all. Book it. I will do that. I don't know if two of us. My son's like, "Oh, do I get a lightsaber?" It's
a $200 lightsaber there.
It's all right.
One
It's
of us will make a lightsaber. The other
Stop.
one might watch.
Stop all your negativity, Chris. We're not listening to that negativity anymore.
Though because now I'm kind of, I did that one Disney Springs video. I may start getting into doing some more actual Disney videos, and maybe I'll bring my daughter, because I'm doing a box battle with my daughter next week.
Oh, that's
She's
cool.
been bugging me for months, and she's 6. She's been bugging me for months to do a video, because ever since I started getting into this, I backed away during the whole November Copa rules and stuff like that. I'm gonna get back into it. I literally will see her at the table sometimes. She'll get a new item. Like she actually took that Frozen 2 pop that I got in the mystery box the other day. I seen her downstairs at the table with her little Amazon tablet doing a video. I'm like, Lily, who are you talking to? I'm making a video.
My little one loves it to do it, and I brought her in to do food ones. She loves to do the foods, and the people sort of get a kick out of seeing her do it. So we do that, but she does her own little thing. It's like, yeah.
Oh, and maybe I'll take her out to Disney with me. Maybe we'll go do like a build a droid or build a lightsaber or something. Let her really do it and kind of make a cool video out of it.
There you go.
I sat there and talked to Seth, and I'm like, I love your videos. I just can't sit there with a phone in a store, a big camera. He said, no, you want this little one. This one works really good. So I went out and got one, and I did the first time I ever did a hunt video. Not something I'll do a lot of, but it seems fun.
So I got to ask you, what's the little camera?
DJI something. It was like Best Buy. It's like literally.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, it's got a little gimbal built into it. It's fabulous.
But see here at the parks to watch, and I told Wayne before, and that was my big thing with going to Springs, is you got to get over that fear of talking to a camera around a whole bunch of people. That's the biggest thing. Absolutely. And out here though at Disney, sometimes because there's so many YouTubers that do stuff at Disney, to see a guy walking around talking to a camera is not that uncommon, to be honest with you. But it's just about getting out there and doing it. And Wayne will get down here, and we'll definitely do something out of Star Wars Land eventually. But
if I get down there, we're gonna have 20 cameras. I got cameras for cameras for cameras. I got so many cameras they blackball my drones from hitting the air.
You cannot fly drones in Disney.
Well, I found that out in Vegas too.
Disney is a no-fly zone.
I'm not afraid of the camera. I'm like this with them. I like.
I had to see what Chase had something interesting here. Says, well, how about when you're walking around with a camera and how everybody eyeballs you as you're filming, look back at you weird. Yeah, that's like I said, that's the only thing about being a YouTuber. You got to get over that. Once you get over that, I mean, it makes it easy. I mean, I told you guys before, I was so afraid to do my first Comic-Con that if you ever watch that Comic-Con video, my intro video was done at the very end of the con because I was so nervous to do it in the beginning.
No, you're looking at it the wrong way. What you do is you carry around a blue Sharpie with you, and when they start staring at you, you walk up to them and you start signing their shirt, and you're like, "Hey, it's good to meet you too." And you shake their hand and walk off. That way, they're like, "Oh, what just happened?"
That's hey, there's something right there.
You just got to, sign the shirts. Hey, good to meet you too, and just turn around, and walk off. Don't introduce yourself. Don't do nothing.
Well, Andrew, I want to thank you for coming on and taking your time out to talk to our viewers out here. And I know you're busy. You got a great channel going on. Absolutely love it. We're both big fans, and so want to thank you guys. But before you leave, please let our viewers know what you got going on.
So I always release videos the same schedule: Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday mornings at 6:30 a.m. they release, and then Wednesday nights we do like subscription boxes. Saturdays we do like from the vault. Head-to-heads with Sean Ryan is always on Thursday nights, and coming up a big Whatnot auction 9 p.m. on Monday with the Whatnot app. Get it, check it out. Should be a lot of fun, and check out all the auctions coming up. So Sean goes tonight. Jay Navo Toys tomorrow, Pop King Paul Sunday, big week of auctions.
Cody from Popular Opinion just told us he's doing one. So
it's an awesome way to get some great collectibles, and if you want to sell, it's an incredible way to sell some stuff.
Exactly. Well, thank you, bud. I definitely appreciate it. Keep up the hard work, and
Appreciate it.
we'll definitely have to collab at some point.
Oh, yeah, I like it. Definitely.
Yeah.
Maybe a little mystery box battle or something like that. Little three-way mystery box battle. I like it.
There we go. And we gotta get Wayne in to get them mystery boxes. So.
Hey.
I don't know, but thank you for coming and hanging out with us, bud.
I appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
Hey, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe on his videos. Description for link to his channel is in the description down below. Get over there if you have not subscribed to him. Get over there and subscribe him. Hit those post notifications.
Thank you, guys.
Easy, buddy.
Hey, have a good night, bud.
All right, guys, we got one more big task to get done. So, of course, we have our Patreon giveaways. Wayne, what you got given away?
We have no, it's nothing to do with Star Wars. It's Frank and Freddy. Frank and Freddy is going to go home and find his new home.
And I do have the rigged wheel going up here.
You got the rigged wheel going?
I got the rigged wheel.
I'm glad you got the rigged wheel.
As everybody likes to label it that, although there is no rigging here going on by any means.
Nobody believes that's a rigged wheel. Every once in a while you get one person that just can't quite figure out how life is supposed to work, or they don't accept the fact that they didn't win. But there's nothing rigged in that. Why would you rig it? What's the point in it? What's your gain?
Exactly. There's no point. So, and do remember though that even though we got Wayne's in here right now, and the entry for this is closed for this moment. We do a mystery box every single month, usually mid-month, and the only way to get into this is to join the Patreon. Guys, it's $5. It's less than an actual pop. And the more people we get in there, the better the pops are going to get. So definitely get a chance to check it out.
Not even just that. Remember, if once we get to 100 patrons, I'm supposed to get a Wormy tattoo, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting this.
Apparently, I'm supposed to do a Oscar Mayer Wiener tattoo.
I haven't gotten any ink done in a while, and I'm kind of looking forward to getting a new one. So if you guys would hurry up and get over to the Patreon so that I can get this tattoo, that'd be all right.
There we go. All right. So how many shuffles you want?
I don't just do a couple of shuffles, and then
let's go.
I don't really think it matters.
Let's go. Lucky number 7. 6.
There you go.
7. All right. Let's spin that wheel. This is for Frank and Freddy.
Let's see who Frank and Freddy's new home is. Whoa, TT with G. Congratulations, buddy.
TT with G, congratulations. Thank you for it. And again, remember, with Patreon, you do not have to be here to win. We have your address. We will send it to you.
Yes, I will get that out to you. And exactly, you just said it. With the Patreon, we're not going to force you guys to be here. If we would appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, but if you don't, you don't. But we truly appreciate you here anyways.
All right, I'm going to get my 4 in here. And we have, and then also we have Funko Fridge.
Funko Fridge. Now we're talking.
All right. So these 4 are going in for the Mickey Mouse Train vintage 1960. The 65th anniversary Disneyland collection. I think it's recently. I think it's on top price guide for about $35. So not too bad. If you win it, you only pay $5. So we're going to shuffle this 7 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's spin it.
All right.
Oh, we're getting the big Australian send out to Funko Fridge.
Funko Fridge. Well, congratulations, guys. And hey, look, we truly appreciate y'all being a part of the Patreon only giveaway. The Patreon only giveaway was started for you guys so that we can just get better and better giveaways. I mean, I think that both of those were very solid giveaways, and congratulations, guys.
Well, I think we wanted to be able to give you guys something because of course, we can do a lot of small giveaways and here and there, but we wanted to eventually get to a point where we're giving solid giveaways. I'm talking about big time giveaways.
Yes.
And for those big time pops that you guys can get out there, and we figured this is the best way to be able to fund those. So again, this is where we were at with that. So thank you guys for my Patreon subscribers as well. And then I think you guys even got first look at my new variant logo. So and like I said, I'll be slowly putting up some Patreon content and going from there. So Man, that dog's going crazy down there for some reason.
It happens.
But anyways, definitely, if you guys get a chance, check out Patreon. Don't forget to hit that like button as well as that subscribe button on both of our channels if you haven't done so already. And then hit those post notification bells. Wayne, it's always fun, buddy.
Hey, it's always a lot of fun, guys. And hey, like you said, don't forget to go check out our Patreons if that's something you get into. Subscribe to the channel, turn on those notifications. Have a great night, guys. We appreciate you.